哦，那那您还是对政府的政策比较放心的是吧？
China has identified the cause of the mysterious pneumonia outbreak in Wuhan city, and it's from the same family that caused the deadly SARS epidemic 17 years ago.
Chinese authorities have also said arrangements are being made for disinfection, monitoring, and prevention ahead of the Lunar New Year, the country's busiest travel period each year.
At least 6 people have died in an outbreak of the new coronavirus, which has now reached the United States. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has confirmed the first U.S. case has been detected in Washington state. The patient, who is in isolation, recently returned from Wuhan, China, where the SARS-like respiratory illness was first detected.
More cases should be expected in other parts of China and possibly other countries in coming days.
Virus in the U.S.
We think it's going to be handled very well. We've already handled it very well.
The main reason for this declaration is not because of what is happening in China, but because of what is happening in other countries.
In accordance with the declaration, beginning at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday, February the 2nd, the United States government will implement temporary measures to increase our abilities to detect and contain the coronavirus proactively and aggressively.
Tonight, the latest battle to contain the coronavirus being fought in Massachusetts.
It seems to be an isolated incident, an isolated case. We're going to be making sure I'm monitoring it all day long.
The patient, a student at UMass Boston who traveled to Wuhan, China, arriving at Logan Airport January 29th. He's now at home in isolation. The latest case bringing the confirmed number of people infected with coronavirus in the U.S. to 8 across 5 states. Tonight, New York announcing it is one of 37 states looking into possible, still unconfirmed cases. U.S. officials declaring a public health emergency.
The outbreak is responsible for more than 720 deaths. All but 2 have occurred in mainland China. More than 34,000 people have been infected with the virus worldwide, including at least 12 confirmed cases of the virus right here in the United States.
Now, the virus that we're talking about having to do, a lot of people think that goes away in April with the heat, as the heat comes in. Typically, that will go away in April. We're in great shape.
The expert is sounding a new alarm this morning over the coronavirus, warning that it could affect 60% of the global population if it's not brought under control. The latest figures from China have the death toll there passing 1,100. The total number of cases in China there is approaching 45,000. Meanwhile,
the virus, they're working hard. Looks like by April, in theory, when it gets a little warmer, it miraculously goes away.
Now, across the globe, more cases are surging. France has reported its first citizen death due to the coronavirus. According to the health authorities on Wednesday, the 60-year-old Frenchman died in a Paris hospital, making him the second person to die from the virus in France. Every continent in the world except for Antarctica has reported cases of the coronavirus.
We have done an incredible job. We're going to continue
It's going to disappear. One day, it's like a miracle, it will disappear. Because of all we've done, the risk to the American people remains very low. People die from the flu, and this is very unusual. And it is a little bit different, but in some ways it's easier, and in some ways it's a little bit tougher. But we have it so well under control. I mean, view this the same as the flu. When this is, I really think, Doctor, you want to treat this like you treat the flu, right? And, you know, it's going to be. It's going to disappear. One day, it's like a miracle. It will disappear. And from our shores, it could get worse before it gets better. It could maybe go away. We'll see what happens. Nobody really knows. The fact is, the greatest experts I've spoken to all, nobody really knows.
The number of people across the world who have died from the coronavirus has surpassed a total of 3,000. Italy reported 5 more deaths on Sunday, bringing the death toll there to 34. The number of confirmed cases rose to 16,094 after Italy revealed 566 new cases the same day.
And we are totally prepared. It doesn't mean we won't. But think of it. You hear 35 and 40,000 people, and we've lost nobody. And you wonder, the press is in hysteria mode. And this is their new hoax. 35,000 people on average die each year from the flu. Did anyone know that? 35,000. That's a lot of people. And so far, we have lost nobody to coronavirus in the United States. Nobody.
One person with coronavirus in King County, Washington State, has died. This now makes the first coronavirus death confirmed.
At this moment, we have 22 patients in the United States currently that have coronavirus. Unfortunately, one person passed away overnight. You take a solid flu vaccine, you don't think that would have an impact or much of an impact on corona? No.
Here's the virus can be spread by people who have no symptoms. But the World Health Organization is urging countries to put containment measures in place.
We are still hopeful that containment is the right first strategy. But clearly, containment with the purpose of slowing down the virus. And if we're lucky and if we do the job really well, we may get the opportunity. We just might get the opportunity to interrupt transmission.
If, we have thousands or hundreds of thousands of people that get better just by, sitting around and even going to work. Some of them go to work, but they get better.
Why don't we write it out? A lot of people have said, a lot of people have thought about it. Write it out. Don't do anything. Just write it out and think of it as the flu. But it's not the flu. It's vicious.